Hey everyone, this is Marshall, and I want to take some time to talk about RPA and how it can impact your work. Some of you may be wondering, what is RPA? RPA stands for Robotic Process Automation, and it refers to software that can be easily programmed to do basic tasks across applications, just as human workers do. The software robot can be taught a workflow with multiple steps and applications, such as taking receipt forms, sending a receipt message, so on. RPA software is designed to reduce the burden of repetitive, simple tasks on an employee. This definition is from Investopedia. So RPA is going to be software that allows you to program your computer the way that a human would interact with it. So the difference between a robot and a machine is robot means human-like. So the robot in RPA means human-like interactions, and we'll see that in a little bit. When to use RPA? You want to use RPA when the process is rule-based. Whenever it's kind of just got a list of steps or a recipe that you want to do, that's when RPA is good. Digital inputs and outputs. Whenever everything is digital, maybe the input comes from an email or the output is a file created, that's a really good thing. If it starts with someone saying something or a letter in the mail, that's not a good candidate for RPA. Another good time to use RPA is when there's no API available. APIs allow programming to directly hook into services, and whenever those aren't available, then you can use RPA to just program the way that a human would interact with a service. The benefits of RPA are anyone can use it. Anyone can build a bot. It's pretty simple to learn compared to regular programming. Because of that, it can also be faster to develop than regular software. But there are some drawbacks. It's not as stable as maybe your run-of-the-mill software. Think about all the times that you've had to hit Control-Alt-Delete in your life to stop a program from running. You can have that same problem with RPA. It can also be a little difficult to understand someone's code because you might be looking at things like activate this window, then click on this button, then execute these keystrokes. So it might not always be clear what it's going on whenever you look into someone else's code, especially if you don't understand the process. Let's see what RPA looks like in action. So here I've got 50 documents that I want to combine into a single document. Now what I would do if I wanted to do this manually is I would open up each document, copy this text out, put it into another document, close this document, move on to the next one, copy it out, and I would just repeat. With RPA, we can do that exact process. So over here, this is Automation Anywhere Community Edition, and with it, I've built myself a little bot that's going to do what I just said for me. Let's look through it. Here at the beginning, I have a create file, so it's going to create a file that I will use to store all of that text in. It's actually going to open that file in Notepad so that I can copy all of the text from all those different documents into it. It's going to loop through all of the files that are in that folder that I want to get the text out of. It's going to open up each of those documents in Notepad. And then here, it's going to do some keystrokes. These keystrokes are going to copy all the text out. So here, just think copy paste, Control C, Control V. So we're going to Control C from our source file and use Control V to put it into our other file. Some of the eagle eye of you might notice that Alt F4 is what we're going to use to close these files. After we close that, we're going to activate our combined text document to make sure that it's up at the front of the screen, and we're going to find the end of that document, and we are going to paste that document. Then at the end, we're going to save that new document with all of our text combined in it. Let's go ahead and run this and see what it looks like. You can see it pulls up our first document, and it's just going through and it's copying and pasting the document into our combined file. You'll also notice that the bot is able to act much quicker than I could. Alright, the bot has finished, and now you can see I have one file with all of that text in it. So I'm going to close this, and let's look at Automation Anywhere. This is the Automation Anywhere workbench that allowed me to create that list of tasks, that recipe that allowed me to automate that process for myself. Now, if I ever need to do that same process, all I have to do is change where I'm putting my file, my combined file, and then change where I'm looking for the files to combine. So it makes it much easier the next time I have to do this task. The hard part about Automation Anywhere is just knowing what commands you have available to you. You can see the commands over on the left of my screen in this workbench area. If I want to add commands to my bot here, all I have to do is drag them, click and drag them into this white space, this action list here. And that's how I can add commands. I hope you'll join me for future videos when I talk more about these commands in Automation Anywhere and how RPA can make our lives easier and better. Thanks for watching.